A moment that was supposed to be a relaxed promotional event instead turned into the center of global controversy when Jimmy Fallon, on The Tonight Show broadcast, posed a question deemed highly inappropriate to BTS's Jin and South Korean actress Shin Se-kyung. Without warning, a sensitive personal topic was brought up directly in front of the camera, causing Shin Se-kyung's expression to freeze, and Jin appeared lost for words. Was this merely a failed joke, or a serious breach of international media ethics? The incident occurred in an interview segment that initially appeared to be a typical lighthearted Fallon interaction. However, in the middle of the conversation, the host suddenly threw out a question suggesting a personal relationship between Jin and Shin Se-kyung. Though not explicitly stated, the insinuation in his question was clear enough to make the studio atmosphere instantly awkward. Jin's face stiffened, while Shin Se-kyung appeared to stifle a nervous smile that failed to conceal her shock. The brief silence that followed made one thing clear: a professional boundary had been crossed. The question Fallon asked was not only deemed irrelevant to the promotional topic, but also sparked widespread speculation that remains unconfirmed to this day. In an entertainment world full of sensational narratives and opinion shaping, moments like this easily become prime ammunition for media and netizens. Hashtags like #RespectJin and #FallonApologize immediately top trending topics across platforms, indicating the magnitude of public reaction. Was this a case of negligence, or was there an ulterior motive behind the formulation of such a provocative question? Many have pointed out that if a similar situation involved Western celebrities, the approach would be far more cautious. Media treatment of Asian artists, including K-pop star Jin and actress Shin Se-kyung, is often still overshadowed by stereotypes and disproportionate exoticization. In this context, Fallon's question becomes more than just an interview blunder. It reflects a failure to grasp cross-cultural sensitivity and highlights double standards in the global entertainment world. The debate has since evolved, not just about ethics, but also the psychological and professional impacts on those targeted. Jin, as a BTS member who just completed military service and is resuming public activity, certainly hoped to maintain his image and focus on upcoming projects. Meanwhile, Shin Se-kyung, known for her acting reputation and high integrity in Korea's film and drama industry, suddenly found herself trapped in a rumor she had no part in creating. Both of them suddenly became the focus of international gossip because of a single unfiltered interview moment. Some media analysts have called this incident a failure on the producer's part in managing the program. On a show as big as The Tonight Show, every second of dialogue should have gone through careful approval and planning. But the fact that such a question could suddenly arise suggests weak oversight of interview content, or even a deliberate intention to create a viral moment. If true, this is no longer just about individual ethics, but about a media system that intentionally manufactures tension for ratings and exposure. Public reaction, especially from ARMY, the global BTS fanbase, cannot be underestimated. They regard the moment as an invasion of Jin's privacy and a show of disrespect toward Shin Se-kyung. On social media, fans have voiced not only disappointment, but also raised the issue of cultural discrimination often faced by Asian celebrities on international platforms. Many have also pointed out how this viral moment benefits the producers, while the reputations of the targeted artists are put at risk. Yet amid the emotional backlash, there's also criticism of how the public consumes and judges information. Some have suggested watching the full interview clip before forming opinions. There's suspicion that the widely shared social media clips were edited in a way to seem more dramatic than they actually were. This opens up a broader discussion about the role of social media in shaping public opinion. Are we still capable of distinguishing facts from viral narrative construction? To date, there has been no official statement from Jimmy Fallon or BTS's agency, HYB. Shin Se-kyung has also not released any comments. But public pressure continues to rise. An online petition demanding a public apology from The Tonight Show production has gathered tens of thousands of signatures in a short time. This situation highlights the power of fan bases in demanding media accountability, while also revealing the vulnerability of celebrities to uncontrolled exposure. The question now is, Will Fallon and his team take public responsibility, or will they remain silent and let the issue fade in the stream of new information? On the other hand, will the public continue to allow big media to toy with artists' privacy and reputations under the guise of entertainment? Or will this become a turning point for establishing new standards in international interviews? This incident once again shows that in the digital era, a single question can spark a global reaction wave. Shin Se-kyung's silence was not just an individual response. It is a symbol of the tension between celebrity privacy and media interests. Jin's surprise was not just a personal reaction, but a representation of the Asian entertainment industry demanding equal respect on the global stage. The world is now watching, and the key question still hangs. Does Jimmy Fallon truly understand the mistake that has occurred? And is an apology alone enough to repair the damage already done? But amid the loud public reaction and the flood of social media commentary, a more fundamental question begins to emerge. Did this incident really happen as portrayed? Or are we all part of a larger narrative intentionally constructed to create viral waves and global attention? How far can we distinguish between reality, perception, and media fabrication? If we re-examine the sources that spread this controversial clip, such as TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and viral Twitter accounts, we'll realize that there's not a single full video that clearly shows the complete context of Jimmy Fallon's question to Jimin and Shin Se-kyung. Is it possible that this event was cut, edited, or even produced with an intentional narrative to manipulate emotion and public opinion? And if so, who stands to gain? Social media, long seen as a space of informational freedom, can also serve as a tool of mass manipulation. In this case, who controls public perception? Are we as viewers not being directed to believe something that may not be factual? Or even further, are we being used as subjects in a social experiment by algorithm controllers and sensational content producers? We need to ask more deeply. Did Jimmy Fallon truly and clearly bring up Jin and Shin Se-kyung's personal relationship on live TV? Or is this merely public interpretation formed from facial expressions and body language, not any explicit verbal statement? How accurate is such interpretation when spread without confirmation or clarification from those involved? Let us also reflect on how quickly narratives like this can spread. Is it because we, as information consumers, are more attracted to drama and conflict than to clarification and truth? Doesn't this show that today's information distribution system favors emotion over accuracy? And if so, who should be held accountable? We must acknowledge that information about this incident comes from sources not fully verified. Many of the viral content consists of compilations of old videos, incomplete screenshots, or even fan reactions linked to a certain narrative. So the next important question is, why are we so quick to believe them? In this context, society bears a moral and intellectual responsibility to re-examine how it consumes information. Not everything that appears dramatic is true. Not every shocked expression should be interpreted as evidence of wrongdoing. And not every viral moment deserves belief without investigation. Furthermore, we must ask, are we facing a new form of fabricated sensationalism, the creation of artificial shock solely to provoke public emotional response? If so, then this isn't just an issue for individuals like Jin or Shin Se-kyung. It reflects a systemic flaw in the media and entertainment industry, which deliberately manipulates mass perception for clicks, views, and profit. We should also suspect, could articles like this, the one you're reading right now, also be part of that swirling narrative? Is this news